Hello everyone, again this is going to be the video following the short I did in regards to changing out the air filter for the Tesla Model 3. And the reason why I'm changing it is because every time you turn on the AC you can feel this sock smell, and what I found is that the filter is getting wet and it needs to be replaced. So what I'm going to do before replacing the filter, I'm going to spray the condenser with this spray that was recommended online. And let me turn the camera so I can show you guys the filter that I'm going to be using. Alright, so when you search on Amazon, there are so many filters available that we can use. But in this case, I chose this one because it has this gap right here. So based on the reviews, this gap allows the filter, or it doesn't allow the filter to touch all the way of the areas that are getting wet. And according to reviews and testing, it does push less air because now you have less airflow. But it does, I would say if the car is going to get cold, it's going to take another minute. So I would say that's probably how much it will be affected. But at least you're not going to have your vehicle smelling like a wet sock. Alright, so the spray that we bought does come with, it's called a Klima-Cleaner Pro. It does come with this, I guess, to get it all the way in there. We have to shake it. And the filter, inside the box, we got this bracket. And there's two filters in there. And it also comes with instructions right here and this Allen wrench. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and, per the instructions, we need to open this section right here and just take all that section apart. Alright, let me try to do that. I do have a light, so hopefully the light will help to get the to get everything underneath here. Alright, so now that we're under the car, there's going to be a couple of screws. This one, or push buttons, this one, and another one all the way here. So that all has to come off. So let me see if I can do it. I do have a couple helpers here. I have 2 kids that I'm training them to do this kind of work also, just in case if they ever need it in the future. Alright, it's gonna be a little bit tough doing it with one hand, so let's see how that goes. I'm gonna start with the easy one, I think. There's the first one, and let's see which other ones we have. Alright, so it looks like the second one is out. And there is another one right here. Right, that one popped out. This one's coming all the way out. And I think that's what it is right there. So this comes down and this whole thing needs to come out. Now, from what I read, we also need to disconnect the speaker wire that's right here, and this cable right here. So I am going to pause really quick while I do that portion. Alright, so you will see that this is still there. So now I'm going to start pulling it down, and there it is. I mean, in theory, I don't think we really need to disconnect it. Maybe we can just put it here on the side. Instead of doing all that work of disconnecting everything, I'm just going to try to put it like that. So that way I don't have to redo the work of redoing this wire and that wire there at the speaker. Alright, continuing on to pulling this section right here. I saw the video, and from what I saw, it just pulls out. I'm going to remove the carpet that's there also, so that way it gives me more room. Alright, so that kind of did work out because I removed the carpet that goes right here, and I'm using that to put my knees on, so it's a little bit more comfortable. Alright, so now we have exposed this portion of the vehicle. I'm gonna put that right outside. Alright, so from here on we got to get to the filters, and if I'm not mistaken, there's 2 screws that we got to get to, which are the ones over there. So let me see how we can get to those. All right, so as I mentioned previously, the filter does come with instructions. So basically, we took out the screws right here. We have removed this portion right here, and now we are up to the portion where we're gonna be removing the screw there at the bottom. But one thing, if you guys can hear, the vehicle's still on, so I don't know if the vehicle needs to be on or off, but let's just turn it off for the purpose of you know, nothing happening. All right, so to turn off the vehicle, you're gonna go to the small vehicle right there. We're gonna go down to safety, I believe. We're gonna scroll up right here, and all the way at the bottom we're gonna see the letters to say off, and it's gonna ask if you want to make sure you want to turn it off, and you say turn off, and then you can hear the fans actually turning off also. All right, so we're gonna continue on trying to unscrew this portion right here. So here it is. Hopefully it's not all the way in. So I actually do have all the screws. They're called security screws. I actually have a screwdriver, but instead of using the screwdriver, I did want to use the Allen wrench just to see how hard it was going to be. And it took about 30 seconds to a minute. So now we expose this, and now we are able to see the filter right there. All right, so the instructions do say that there are 2 filters. I am able to see one. So let's see. We do have this lever right here to pull the filter out. So let me take a look back at the instructions. All right, so I just tried to pull the filter out, and this is not being super easy. So I'm gonna get this at least one side out of the way, and the way that you do that is by pulling this wire here from the speaker. Kind of loosen it up a little bit so it's not that difficult to do now. So you gotta pull hard. Just pull up, and that should help you get it out of the way. All right, so now that I did that, I will push this a little bit further out of the way, and hopefully that'll give me room to pull the filter. So this tab right here is for the bottom filter, and this tab right here is for the top filter. So now you can see that it's going to slide out like this. This is the portion that you get inside, and this is the portion that you get in the front. And the filter does feel a little bit wet, which is why the reason it smells. Okay, that's filter number 1. I'm gonna put it out of the way, and then we'll see how the next filter goes. Kind of the same thing. Now that we got it out, we can see that the bottom it's a bit dirty, and definitely this other side's definitely dirty. All right, I'm gonna put that out of the way also. I'm gonna bring in the new filters, and again, the old filters tell you the direction in which they go. This one also tells you the activation which they go. So this is gonna face the back, so it's gonna go like this, because we also have this tab that we need to be able to pull back. I'm gonna take a look at the other filter, and the same thing. I guess they're identical. So as long as the little tab is up, well, yeah, I guess as long as the tab is up, then that's what you're gonna follow. All right, so let me go ahead and I'm gonna do the spray now, see if that helps anything. I can't really see anything inside there, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the camera to see how that looks. All right, so I see the condenser there. I see a little bit at the bottom, it's a little bit dirty. But again, I am not sure how the spray will work or what's it going to do, but that's what it was recommended, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. Let me get the spray ready. All right, so now that I got the extension on there, I am just going to spray this up all the way in there. I'm gonna have one of the kids hold the phone so they can so I can do that. So it seems like the condenser is on this side, so I'm just gonna push away over here. And I'm just moving this up and down to try to capture the entire area. All right, so now that I'm finished with that, I'm gonna put the spray away, and I'm gonna go ahead and open the filter. I'm gonna have one of the kids hold the phone. So before putting in the filter, let's take a look to see what the spray looks like on the inside. Well, it looks like it's all somewhat disappeared already. You can see it a little bit, but not too much. All right, so let's go ahead and put the filter in. And I'm gonna push this in the direction like it says over here, facing this one says the tab goes on the bottom and this goes facing the seat. So let me go ahead and do the first one. Okay, so that falls right in. And it seems easy now, but when I was first starting, that it was not that easy. All right, so here comes the second filter. The same thing, where I'm gonna push it facing the other way. What I did notice is that it has, I thought this was all gonna be plastic, but it does have this thing right here. Hopefully this will not stay moist, otherwise we're gonna have the same issue. But even if we do, hopefully it still will be a lot less than the smell that we were getting before. All right, so there's the filter number 2. So now that we got those 2 in, we're gonna go back and add the cover. And we need to put in the screw. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this out of the way a little bit, so that way I don't it stays on the inside. Okay, I'm gonna get my screwdriver. All right, so I'm gonna do the screw right there. And to make this a little bit faster this time around, I'm gonna use my drill. I'm gonna make sure this one's very tight as well. And they are. No need to move those. And now I'm back to connecting the speaker. We don't need to have that off anymore. And before putting this piece back together, I'm gonna do this portion right here. So let me get that so we can get this finished up. All right, so I'm bringing in the piece over, and we should just have to push it in place. You can hear it clicking on where it goes. And that's it for that portion. So I have to vacuum the car right after. Next, we're gonna push this one back in place. And this one is a little bit more challenging than the other one because it has to go all the way to the back. And there it is. And now we just gotta use the pins that hold it together. There's one. And I'm gonna get the second one here. And there's the second one. And the last one right here. Actually, let's take this one out again because it's not going in. Looks like it's a square that we have to push it in like that. So we're gonna leave it out and then push it in. Okay, so that went in. Now we'll push it that way. This one I'm going to redo to make sure it captures where it needs to go. And now it did. And this one, it's positioned properly. And that's basically it. Alright, so we just completed following the instructions of replacing air filter for the Tesla Model 3. Okay, I'm actually sweating. It was pretty hot. We're right under the sun, so it was really hot. Even though I put an umbrella here, it's got pretty hot, so I'm actually sweating. So if you guys end up doing replacing the filter yourself, please make sure that you probably want to do it in the shade or early in the morning or after hours. Alright, so hopefully this video is helpful to any of you, and if you have any questions, please comment and I'll get back to you on that. Alright, till next time.